The Philadelphia Eagles delivered a defensive masterclass in the Super Bowl, completely shutting down Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs offense in a way we've never seen before. The Eagles jumped out to a 34-0 lead, holding Mahomes to just 3.4 yards per attempt, a 50% completion rate, and a passer rating of only 18.3, the worst statistical performance of his career. Today, we're breaking down exactly what went wrong for Kansas City and what worked so well for Philadelphia's defense, starting with a key play from the Chiefs' first drive that set the tone for the game. On second down, the Eagles lined up in a quarters coverage look, a staple of Vic Fangio's defensive philosophy. A key trait of zone match quarters coverage, often referred to as quads by Fangio, is splitting the field in half, ensuring a numbers advantage on both sides of the formation. The Eagles dropped 8 into coverage, putting an extra defender on the two-receiver side. Kansas City aimed to exploit the middle of the field, with both Hollywood Brown and Travis Kelce running inside breaking routes. Kelce created separation against the dropping edge defender, but Mahomes' pass was slightly behind him, leading to an incompletion. That misfire forced a 3rd and long, where Philadelphia shifted to a clear man coverage look. At the top of the screen, Eagles safety Reed Blankenship lined up wide against Chiefs running back Samaje Perine. When a safety lines up outside of a cornerback to cover a running back or tight end, it almost always signals man coverage. Kansas City dialed up a pick play designed to create separation for Hollywood Brown, but Eagles corner Cooper DeJean played it aggressively at the line, disrupting the route. Without the traffic needed to free up Brown, Mahomes was forced to check down, but pressure closed in before he could make a play. This type of coordinated pressure from the Eagles' defensive line was a theme all night. Instead of trying to win quickly off the edge, they used power rush techniques, collapsing the pocket around Mahomes and making him uncomfortable. Later in the first quarter, the Chiefs faced a crucial 3rd and 3. They called a short yardage staple, the mesh rail concept. This play is designed to exploit zone match coverage by having receivers cross paths and force defenders to make quick decisions. The Chiefs put Xavier Worthy, the fastest player in the NFL, in the backfield, ensuring he'd get a one-on-one matchup against a linebacker. But Mahomes once again had no time in the pocket. Both Kelce and Brown recognized the zone and sat down in open space, but Mahomes couldn't capitalize before pressure overwhelmed him. To combat Philly's relentless pressure, Andy Reid later adjusted by dialing up a rollout concept designed to attack Fangio's defensive principles. The idea was for Mahomes to roll right and hit Worthy in space. However, Travis Kelce missed his assignment on the edge, allowing immediate pressure that completely destroyed the play, resulting in a sack. Reid's frustration was evident in the next play call. He kept 7 players in pass protection to ensure Mahomes had time. The Chiefs ran mirrored hitch routes to take advantage of Philly's usual quarters coverage. But Fangio threw a curveball, switching to quarter-half coverage, where one side of the defense plays quarters while the other plays cover 2. This unexpected adjustment took away Mahomes' primary read, and instead of adapting, he hesitated, panicked, and took another sack. At this point, Mahomes was visibly frustrated. On 3rd down, Kansas City dialed up a 3-level flood concept designed to stress the Eagles' coverage. DeAndre Hopkins ran a deep over route, but with nothing open, Mahomes forced the ball into tight coverage, leading to an interception by Cooper DeJean. Philadelphia capitalized on the turnover, extending their lead. Kansas City had chances to get back into the game, but execution issues continued to plague them. On a crucial 3rd and 11, they ran a concept called spear, designed to create chaos in the secondary through intersecting crossing routes. A coverage miscommunication by the Eagles left an opening, but Mahomes' throw was low, and Hopkins couldn't haul it in. These missed opportunities highlighted just how much Kansas City struggled to execute. While Fangio's game plan wasn't revolutionary, it was highly effective. The Eagles primarily sat in soft quarters coverage, trusting their defensive line to win up front. However, he did mix in a few timely adjustments that kept Mahomes guessing. One such adjustment came late in the first half. The Eagles disguised their coverage pre-snap, showing quarters but rolling into quarter-half post-snap. This switch completely nullified Kansas City's passing concept, which was designed to attack traditional quarters. Mahomes quickly identified Hollywood Brown coming open across the field, but, just as he was about to throw, left tackle Joe Thuney was walked straight back into him, forcing an inaccurate pass that was picked off by Zach Bond. 2 plays later, the Eagles scored again, making it 24-0. By this point, Kansas City had abandoned the run game, but even early on, their rushing attack was ineffective. On one early play, the Chiefs ran a split-zone concept, but a miscommunication between Kelsey and the running back led to a blown assignment. Later, they tried a GT counter, but their left guard got overwhelmed at the point of attack, resulting in a loss of 2 yards. Blowouts in the NFL typically happen for one of two reasons: either a massive talent disparity or coaching malpractice. In this case, it was the former. Philadelphia was simply better prepared, and their roster had more high-end talent. While Steve Spagnuolo's defensive scheming masked some of Kansas City's weaknesses throughout the season, their offensive flaws were fully exposed against a well-coached, disciplined Eagles defense. The Chiefs are no longer the offensive juggernaut they once were. Until they address their offensive line issues, these problems will persist. Meanwhile, the Eagles have a young core of defensive playmakers, many still on rookie contracts. As long as they stay healthy, they'll remain a major force in 2025. What do you think went wrong for the Chiefs? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more in-depth football breakdowns.